counts. And I also read in your statistics that you are a source of more than 1%, I think, of the labor market in Europe, or 2 million employees in all the connected with you industries. Again, one can say that if you look at the unemployment in Europe, which is 23 million people today, this 1 million, if I'm sorry, I need a wood to get rid of the bad luck, but one can say it's nothing. No, if you all go unemployed because of the crisis you lose, then you will just increase a little bit to 23 to 24. But again, if I think of Poland and the importance of the local level of your role at local level, sometimes you are a major employer, so this extremely strongly counts. So those statistics that we use at national or European level, sometimes they hide the importance of an industry, of an enterprise when it comes to local or regional level, and this I think is extremely important to remember. So this local and regional dimension, which I have been responsible for this since 2004, when I joined the European Union, European institution as a commissioner and in charge of regional policy. I think this is something extremely important. And I think I read also somewhere in your statistics that you have more than 3,500 breweries across Europe. Again, I don't know if it is much or not, but we have 270 regions, which means that more than 10 breweries per region. And so it's, again, I think, a huge amount of firms, of companies that are providing employment. And this large presence of your industry at local and regional level, I think, is also leading, and I think of Bavaria, but I know that it's not only Bavaria, leading also to a lot of those events that are locally creating also a kind of branding, not only the brand as a beer, but also events and festivals and celebrations that are related also with your industry, and that also means support for local development, because you are not only drinking your own beer, but there's a lot more happening. So these are very small things which we sometimes, when we make big decisions in the European Union, we underestimate, because we just look at big figures and we just go too high, and we don't see all those details. And I think this in countries like Poland, where in fact the local and regional level has played over the last 20 years under the democracy and market economy, under the change, an extremely important role in changing the society, in changing the companies, the SMEs, the attitude, creating the market economy. I think that, and in brewery we had a lot of foreign direct investment coming that also were bringing culture, the market culture, or I'm hesitating to say capitalist culture, because capitalism today is not very much in fashion. So we are looking for some modifications of it, and I'm skeptical on this. But I think this also has to be taken into account. Let me say maybe a few words on Poland, as I am indeed a presidency, because we are very proud of our brewery. Of our breweries and our brewery industry, because we know that we are. But Poland is, in fact, we are divided. Some of us think we are big and one of the biggest and important. Others have other traumas or complexes, and they think we are not yet there. But in terms of brewery industry, I think our market is indeed an important market in the European Union, after Germany, UK, I understand, and probably Spain is still ahead of us. But it's not only the quantity, it's not only that we are so big in terms of consumption and in terms of production, but I also think that what we have managed to achieve with beer industry is the quality also, is this branding based on quality. And I say it as somebody who's not I don't know how to say it, not to offend anybody, a very heavy beer drinker or very addicted beer drinker. I probably appreciate very much all the flavors and aromas of a glass of beer, because I'm not doing it 3 times a day, but that's why I think I can appreciate it more. But I certainly can see the importance of this industry, that this industry played also in our change to market economy and democracy over the last years. And I'm sure that this social importance of beer that we sometimes look at also, but in a positive, not as a sort of a joke or as a, but I think there is this, you can't do it with vodka what you are doing. You cannot do it yet in my country with wine, what you can do is beer. So I think that beer is playing still this, I don't know for how long, maybe they will change the culture, but it doesn't look, I think it rather looks like we are increasing the beer consumption. But I think there is something in this beer industry that has changed also the culture of drinking in my home country, in my home society, and also has created this sort of special new attitude towards the drinking as a part of social relationship making. So this, I think, social importance is also an issue which I would like to raise. I was very happy that President Barroso mentioned that the European Commission is caring also very strongly about this, all those issues which are related to the consumption in terms of responsible consumption, not excessive consumption, in terms of also ethical standards in terms of advertising. And so I think all that in beer industry, in the brewery industry, I think we managed to stick to the standards. We didn't have so many abuses of or lack of respect of the European rules in this area, which I think is extremely important in this type of industry. And also all these actions related to labeling that our brewery, our Polish brewery has embarked on, and also the alcohol only for adults, but also the safe driving and all those things. This is something which I think has also been in case of those economies that were building societies that were building market economies and democracies like Poland. That was also a kind of role model how to cope with those issues. I would say that I'm sort of proud of how we have done it in Poland, in the Polish breweries, with I think the help and impact of everything that has come to Poland, with also with privatization and with the participation of foreign capital. And just to conclude, let me say that when I was also reading, as I understand, President Barroso also looked into the Ernst & Young and what they wrote. I think that was quite interesting. I mean, the fact that such a study is there, because normally you don't think, when you think of industry, does the brewery contribute to growth? I would say that many people would not look to this industry, and it was extremely fascinating to see how you really, this link between your activity and growth, and I think this is something which is very important also in the time of promoting growth and looking into also what is being done at local and regional level. So I just to conclude, you are also meeting towards the end of the Polish presidency. In a month and a half we will conclude our first presidency, and that will be the moment when all the summaries and assessments, evaluations of the Polish presidency will begin, and it is usually a very bitter moment, because normally we all tend to criticize all the presidencies that come to the end. But I hope that the Polish presidency will be also seen as not only as somebody who has provided the fine Polish beer to all the meetings, but also as a presidency that was capable of doing the good politics at European level, which was not an easy situation for somebody who's outside Eurozone and who is also a new member states. So I hope that you will. I'm probably already biting into your beer session, so I will conclude on this. I thank you very much indeed for the invitation. That was I was thinking why myself, and I was just thinking if we make this look at the 750 members of European Parliament, on the basis of the consumption of beer per capita, I probably would be very much on the bottom of that. So, but then I understood it's Polish presidency. So I thank you very much also for appreciation. Yes, thank you.